You're cleaning out an old workshop and you find a machine you don't recognize. Dust covers the dials. A note beside it reads, "Only it works." You place your hand on the controls and the room folds around you like paper. When it stops folding, you're standing somewhere else, someone else. You've just built the setup for the oldest question in science fiction, but strip away the fiction and the physics underneath it is real enough that scientists take it seriously. Einstein showed that time isn't fixed. It bends around speed and gravity. Move fast enough, and time for you slows compared to everyone else. That part isn't guesswork. It's been measured in orbiting satellites and astronauts. Going backward is far shakier, resting on ideas like wormholes and looping paths through space-time that remain mathematically possible but practically unbuilt. Nobody has one sitting in a workshop. But let's say you did. Where would you even go? Not somewhere small. Somewhere the entire world still feels the echo of. April 14th, 1912. The Titanic, called unsinkable, receives ice warnings for hours before the collision. Some are ignored, some never even reach the bridge. You could stand in that wireless room and make sure every warning gets through. Slow the ship by half a knot. 1,500 people who died in the freezing Atlantic might instead simply arrive in New York a little late, never knowing how close they came to a different ending. Move forward 50 years. November 22nd, 1963, Dallas, Texas. President John F. Kennedy's motorcade turns onto Elm Street, past the Texas School Book Depository. Within seconds, the shots that end his life are fired. Historians still debate exactly why that moment unfolded the way it did, but the outcome reshaped an entire decade, changing the direction of the Vietnam War, civil rights legislation, and the public's trust in its own government. Nudge that motorcade's timing by even a minute, and an entirely different version of the 1960s might have followed. And then there is the darkest possibility any time traveler could face. The Holocaust, the systematic murder of 6 million Jewish people and millions of others under Nazi Germany, stands as one of history's deepest wounds specifically because it wasn't one moment. It was policy, built year by year, law by law, starting long before the camps existed. There's no single wrong turn to undo here, no one bullet to stop. Which means the honest answer to could you have prevented it is almost more haunting than a clean yes or no. Preventing something built from thousands of individual choices, spread across a continent and over a decade, might be the one kind of history no single traveler, however determined, could simply walk in and rewrite. That's the pattern hiding underneath all three of these moments. The Titanic turns on a handful of ignored warnings. The Kennedy assassination turns on a single contested sequence of seconds. But the Holocaust turns on an entire society's decisions, repeated relentlessly for years. Some history bends around a single hinge. Some history is poured in concrete, one choice at a time, until there's no single point left to press against. Maybe that's the real lesson buried in the fantasy of time travel. It's not that the past is fixed and untouchable. It's that some moments are fragile enough to break with one nudge, and others are so deeply built into everything that follows that changing them would mean changing almost everyone alive today, including quite possibly you. You step back from the machine in the workshop. The dials are still dusty. The note still says only, "It works." And for the first time, you understand exactly why nobody who built this ever dared to use it.